So if you follow me on Instagram, you do know that I had this ADA 45F, but if you only watch me here on YouTube, then you probably don't know. But obviously, you guys know now we have the ADA 60F up and running, and this is the ADA 45F. So these are ADA's two shallow tanks, and they're both discontinued now. So I actually have probably both of the last one of each, size. So obviously the 60F being 2 feet, and then this is a 45, which being 18 inches. So it's just standard ADA 45 centimeter tank. But obviously this is basically a 45P, but split in half. It's all that is. And also, and you guys know that 45P that actually is at the, you guys will see videos on that. But the 45P that I did scape, that was the tank that's supposed to be right here, but then it was just the height, and you guys can see all the book collections I have, all my fish books and stuff. It would just been too tall, and it just took up too much space, honestly. So the shallow just really worked better for me, and obviously this tank being discontinued obviously makes it a lot cooler to have, and all now, which makes it cool because now all these tanks are 80A in my room except for the 90P. The 90P is a UNS, but hopefully we can switch that to a 90P so it all matches. But today we're actually gonna escape it. So usually I give you guys a little overview of the tank on YouTube, like I just actually introduce you to the tank first, and then like the following video, that's when we escape it. But I don't think there's really, I don't think there's a purpose on this tank. It's pretty self-explanatory. But I'll have to get the garden mat on there, get that on there. I already installed the foggy screen on there a while back, so that's on there. So yeah, I'll cut the mat on there, make sure it's all level. And the stone that I'm going to be using is a quite cool one. It's going to be different than all the other ones. I'm using Icelandic lava stone, which you guys don't know. It's basically, it's lava stone basically, a little more heavier, more dense, but it's like gray in color. And then once it's in water, and it usually gets a little bit darker, almost like a black, almost depending on some setups. And so I'll show you guys now. So this is basically it. So you can see, looks just like lava stone, but just in a gray color and a lot darker color. So I just wanted it to be different. I was gonna do actually straight up black lava stone, and I think that would have looked really nice. But I think this will really be something different. Not a lot of people have this stone. Most people probably don't know this stone exists, to be honest. So if you guys are interested in this stone, I will. If you can ask me down in the comments, I can send you the link if you're actually interested. But Glass Aqua has it. I don't know if anybody else, Boost Plant might have it. I don't know. I just know those two sites are pretty similar, and they'll sell a lot of the same stuff. But I got mine from Glass Aqua. They gave me a lot of pretty big pieces. I wanted at least a couple big ones, and basically all small, because this tank's obviously pretty itty bitty. But I think I can still make it work with what I got. So you guys will see. I can always do something. So hopefully at the end of this video I come up with something cool. But I don't plan to make this tank really, you guys have been seeing all the other escapes I'm doing. This tank won't be nearly as like wow factor, but it'll be basically a Iagumi pretty much. There will be sand in the front, a little bit of sand because this will be another shrimp tank that we potentially will breed shrimp in. Hopefully, I think this tank we actually might do some tigers in here. That's what I'm thinking right now. But obviously, a million things can change by then. But yeah, I basically just plan to do a little Iagumi, little sand front, obviously ADA on the back, and then I think I'm gonna do all Monte Carlo. I think that would look really neat. Or potentially maybe do like pearlweed in the back or something. Like basically just have a big just green bush in the back. It's real simple, nothing like too crazy. And I've seen a lot of tanks like got somewhat inspiration. I think it's time to do something a little bit simpler. I've been doing all these crazy scapes. I think just doing something that's a little bit simpler, probably most of you guys can probably do. I think that would be a nice one. And this tank being so small, there's not much you can. I could probably make some really cool. If I didn't want to change stuff up, I would probably do a woodscape in this tank too. But being as a 60F is already a woodscape, I didn't want to basically be repetitive. So I kind of want to change that for you guys, especially for YouTube. If it's on if it's my own personal, I probably would have done like a really cool woodscape. I think there's some really cool stuff that I've seen, and I think I would have done that. But just to change up for you guys, I think I'll do a pretty simple Iagumi. So I don't want to make this video is already 5 minutes, so hopefully it's not too long. But now I'm going to show you guys me escaping it. Actually, it'll probably be me after it's escaped, because I won't probably do a time lapse because it might be too long. I might time lapse it, so if there is, you guys will see it right now. But if not, then I'll see you guys at the end of the video.
It's been a long time. Some of the old songs. For old time's sake. As time goes by.
So as you guys saw, I actually did give you guys a time lapse. I know a lot of you like the time lapse thing I do with my aquascapes now, and I think you guys really enjoy it, and I think I do too for the videos. I think it's just, instead of me just like scaping and then instantly showing you the end result, everybody knows my editing skills aren't little to none right now. Obviously that's what I'm working on, you know, with the new setup that I have behind me, and obviously improving my videos even more. But I think the little time lapses that I do, I think are pretty cool, and it lets you guys see kind of, you know, how I actually create these, and showing how you could take something so simple and, you know, just add detail and detail and detail and detail, and it just makes it more and more impressive. So yeah, this one I actually didn't know, like, I started looking at the rocks, and you guys might have saw it. Obviously the time lapse is like through, like, I think I scaped this whole thing in about under an hour, so like 45 minutes. But you probably saw in the beginning I was kind of fumbling with a lot of the rocks, because literally I had like no clue at that point. I was like, I really don't know what to do. It was kind of, all the rocks are pretty big, and I was able to break them, and that's what a lot of the small pieces came from. I was just sitting there banging on them, and also the detail pieces came from chiseling out and hammering some of them rocks, but weren't too bad to break. It definitely is harder than lava for sure. Like, lava breaks without I mean, one hit with lava and it breaks instantly. This stuff is definitely is harder to break. Some of the pieces, they were actually pretty tough, almost just as hard as the Frodo stones. So the Frodo stones is about as dense rocks you can buy. So, but yeah, I really like once I turn on this light, it really, I mean, I really liked how this rock looks. It's just, it's like Siriu and mountain stone. I mean, whatever stone you want to really name out that's gray. It just has that type of gray. It's like a light gray. I mean, some of it's like almost like a blue. You know, some of that Sirius stone, some of that mountain Sirius stone is, you know, kind of a blue tint. This just has a different look, and I hope you guys saw that, and if you guys really saw it pretty good. It just has like that light. It really kind of, it's almost like a, it's almost like Frodo. That's what's reminding me of, because that's why I really like Frodo. But it has just that light gray, but then like that hint of like a little bit of brown. It just looks like supernatural, and I don't know how to really describe it. It just looks really cool, and like it definitely looks way different than any other rock in this whole gallery around here. And I really like it. Like, I'm really impressed with this rock. Like, honestly, I would not mind doing more scapes with this rock in the future. This is a really nice rock, so I'll definitely, I might just straight up leave a link in the description for this rock if any of you guys are interested, because this is really cool. I really do like it. But back to, like, you know, me finding a scape to do. So basically, I'm like I said, you know, I was trying to do like a Yagumi almost, but, you know, have a sand front, and a lot of the pieces, they were just, I just didn't know. I was trying to like slant them up, and some of them just weren't working out. You guys probably kind of saw that a little bit. And so what I ended up doing, the biggest flat rock I laid down, and then this rock right here, which actually, it's heavy enough, but it lays loose, but it lays up there to where I basically created this little angle piece right here, which actually, like, it looks like it's actually meant to be together. It actually fit perfectly together. And so I might spurt some like super glue in there, or some type of gel to actually, at least so that it definitely doesn't go nowhere, but I don't think it's going anywhere. But it's pretty cool. Like, even this cliff under here, it made a little overhang to where it's like, it looks like a little cave going under there. I really like that detail. And then basically I was trying to find a little piece to put in the middle, so that's where I actually, with the hammer, I came in and broke a piece off, and I got lucky and made a really nice piece for that middle. And then I had another flat piece that broke off with it that I put right behind it, and I thought that actually gave it a lot of detail, and I really like that part. And then this back piece right here, I wasn't planning on doing, just because I was trying to have a bunch of open space, but it was another flat piece that broke off when I was doing all the detail, And you guys probably didn't saw that because I did actually pause the video for a little bit when I was doing that. But I added this piece in, and basically there's 3 rocks, almost kind of like the 60th. How I, on that left side, did a 3 rock path going like up, almost like a little cliff, mini little cliff path. And that's almost what I did here. Pretty much what I did, same thing, pretty much. And I added that 3rd rock right here, and it really like that really added the final look to it. I think I really like that. It just looks, I mean, it really looks cool. Again, I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks cool. And then this piece right here, I really like this, like with the cliff. I like the little bit of height right there, and then it goes like, then it kind of just droops down, and then we have this space right here, down here. But then yeah, then I basically took small detail pieces, and obviously I crushed all the rocks up like I usually do and sprinkle it. I think this little, I don't know if we call it a path, but yeah, I sprinkled a lot around down this, and that's like, I'll show you guys up close here in a second. But that's a really nice piece right there. And yeah, so like plant wise, I really don't know. Like I was thinking just Monte Carlo, and that's honestly like, I didn't realize like how high I'm gonna have this, how high the soil was gonna end up being, because I just wasn't sure what I was even gonna do. And because at first I was like, I could probably do pearl weed, keep it real trim, real nice, and it grows like crazy, so it would look pretty cool, I think. And we still might do that, like in the back. I might do some like pearl weed to where it's gonna look like Monte Carlo once it's all bushed up, but maybe like do it in the back. But I don't know. Monte Carlo is gonna get so thick anyways. I think it's gonna be fair enough. But yeah, just Monte Carlo all in the back. Basically no stems at all. I mean, there's no point. I mean, it'd be cool to kind of have immersed growth in this tank, but at the end of the day, I mean, the style of tank just wouldn't match that. And so yeah, I actually had more front room for more of a front sand path, kind of like with the 45C. I wasn't expecting to have that much of like a front. I was expecting like a little like half-inch like worth of sand. And I'm surprised. I was actually got a pretty big front right here, so that's gonna be nice. Obviously, I just mostly do that for the shrimp. Have a little open area for the shrimp. That's mainly why I did that. But yeah, like I was saying, this is gonna be another shrimp tank. I think this one's gonna be actually really popular. I think a lot of people are gonna really like this one. I think it's a little simpler and it just looks really nice. I really dig it. But and then yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some Monte Carlo like on the rocks again. Even I don't know. I think I would the Ricardia moss. I really like Ricardia moss, and so that I might actually do Ricardia in the cracks, and then do a little bit of Monte Carlo on some of the top of the rocks. I wouldn't mind actually having, because this actually sticks out a little bit. I wouldn't mind a little bit of maybe Monte Carlo on the top of there, but we'll see. I mean, I don't. I think I like to show off the stone a lot more, and I think the stone just looks so neat that I almost don't even want to cover it much. Like I said, like maybe the crevices and stuff, some Ricardia moss, but that's about it. Because obviously the Ricardia moss is good for the shrimp breeding too. That's gonna really help a lot. But but yeah, and maybe like the pro weight, I think it maybe not be a bad idea to do it in the back, maybe just like a little bit for for the shrimp to have a little bit of hiding spot and stuff, especially for breeding. That's gonna really help. But I think the moss will be enough. But we'll just see. I'll decide here in a couple days. But so basically, if you guys wonder when this tank will actually be set up, if you're still watching things, but I'm kind of just rambling at this point. But talking about actual setup, so basically I'm just gonna do this small canister like I did that one. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind doing the same size of that one. Might as well just load the thing up with biomedia. But yeah, we already have the twin star, and then the biggest thing, like the filter's nothing. Like those filters cost nothing, and how good they are, they just literally cost nothing, which is really nice compared to what I spend on these tanks. And the biggest thing holding me up now is the CO2, so that's gonna be like another like 250 for that paintball setup, because I'm gonna do the same paintball setup I did on the 60th. And then I need one more lily pipe, which I would have had it if I wasn't dumb and broke it, but I have another straight pipe that'll go probably over here. Honestly, it'd be nice to have the pipes run up the side over here. I think that this tank's gonna be way easier to run pipes too. This other tank, there was so much stuff in the way, so I think I'll do that. But maybe when the tank's established, and maybe I push the lily pipes to the back. But I think we'll probably do the same. I'm just afraid that it's gonna blow it around like the other one. But with that smaller filter, we'll see. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. But yeah, I ran too long. I'm sure this video is already 20 minutes long, but if you're still watching, thanks. If you want to have any other questions or see, behind the scenes, obviously on my Instagram at JJ Aquariums, you guys are going to see a lot more stuff than you would on YouTube. Obviously, like the stuff you see on YouTube is, I mean, I could be already 2 months into this tank already by the time you see this, which obviously this is the case for this tank. You guys, this will be pretty recent, within a week or so if you're seeing this. But like the 60F is already like a month and a half old by the time of this recording, so YouTube doesn't see everything to its most recent because obviously I have to pre-record and I solely upload weekly. So if you definitely want to get, see everything, go see what's going on, definitely follow me on Instagram, JJ Aquarium. But other than that, if you have any comments, comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.